Okay, hopefully that has fixed it. I gave the machines are taking over. Let's see how things behave. Yay! Woo!
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, the machines took over and they decided to sabotage our comms equipment. For those of you who are in the know, we have an Elgato cam link which we attach to our nice GoPro, which brings us this nice picture, and that thing was freaking out. So sorry about that. You can't do stuff about tech, regrettably. But now we're here. So you know who I am, Graham, community manager. It's not the internet. Again, it was hardware. Boo. I'm sat next to someone a lot more interesting than me, which is Björn, our lead game designer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
So warm welcome to Björn. He's going to be talking us through some of the stuff that's coming in the May update. So, we mentioned, I think it was in our last developer update 2 weeks ago, the various focuses we have right now for Generation Zero. And a big part of that, and a lot of reactions we got from sort of initial reception around launch and stuff, was the world feels a bit empty. So we've kind of done a lot of work towards making it feel more lived in, haven't we?
Yeah.
Lived at one point it was lived in, not anymore.
Yeah, with starting to improve the starting area of the game, because we wanted the player to get a better impression the first time you enter the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, it's those first impressions that count a lot of the time. And when you've got people that haven't quite met the tanks and the hunters and all that kind of thing, we want to inject some life into the start particularly. And it's also a case of, we want to make the whole map feel a lot more, involved, let's say, more character, more things to do. And this was kind of our first step into that, is handling the first island, and then we can kind of expand on our learnings and feedback as we move
Exactly.
forward.
So, we can. This is a kind of an experiment to see how much content we need to kind of fill the world.
Yes, exactly. So how much it's gonna take to get that feeling across that we're looking for, I guess. Needs bears, wolves, snakes, badgers, and moose. It's not that kind of game, unfortunately, Quantum. Not so many dangerous snakes in Sweden, at least, are there?
I think there's only
one
one
venomous one.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like it bites you, and then you kick it and go get a boob. And check
it's
out
not the
hospital.
worst.
No,
Not in the world, at least.
it's fine as long as you're like not a small dog or a child. I
Yeah,
think
exactly. So the thing we're gonna try to do is show some of the new things we've added to the starting area. So that's why we're in the starting area.
Yes.
And already we have added some stuff here. I know there are some more vehicles and things just to tell the story of how people are trying to flee. And that's kind of what a lot of the things we've added are, more environmental storytelling.
Environmental storytelling, yeah, exactly. So, over here in the dev team, you refer to them as scenes, don't you?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So small scenes that are not full locations. So it's not when you get a name and things. And, there are collectibles, and it's more things you find in between the big areas.
Exactly. Okay, and in addition to that, of course, that's kind of what you've been doing as a game designer.
Yeah.
A lot of what you do is how the experience plays out. But in addition to that, we've been doing the normal expected things such as bug fixing and other tweaks and improvements.
Yeah, so a big focus for us is, of course, fixing bugs, and we have fixed a lot of bugs in this patch.
That's new.
This actually, we have never had the police corpse before. That's a new thing you're gonna find.
Okay, so that's I was like, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
So now we have police models in the game, I guess. They have really nifty white sashes going on. They were some stylish police.
Exactly, it's 80s police fashion.
Why don't they look like that anymore?
Yeah, I don't know.
Everything was better in the 80s. Yeah.
So far I have only done the kind of main thing that most players do is explore the house, follow the mission. But things that we have added now is things that are off the main road.
So if you do go away from the prescribed route, you might find some stuff if you go looking elsewhere.
Exactly. So for instance, I'm gonna just head out in the forest, and hopefully we will find something.
Let's see what we find in the woods.
Yeah.
This is not releasing today. This is an early look, so we are on a development build right now. So if anything behaves weird or crashes, then a lot of that's probably development build related. We've hopefully fixed a lot of the other crashes for the consumer patch at least.
Yeah.
I had a train of thought here. Did you didn't use the head bob toggle, did you? So
no, we can show that. That's
so
a new
that's one thing that is going to come in May. We had a lot of feedback about head bobble. In some places, you know, it was actually making people feel a bit nauseous. So we stuck in a toggle for that now, so you can switch off the head bobbing.
Yeah. So it should be, if you don't like the camera movement,
smooth.
Now it's completely smooth.
Smooth.
We only move the character. So it's a matter of taste.
Exactly.
It doesn't affect gameplay that much. It's more if you want more immersion through the camera movement or not. Or
Yes. Oh, I do believe you already let out a hint there by opening up the menu as well. But we'll show you that. We'll show you that later.
Did someone catch that? Oh, nice.
Yeah, they will catch it.
Yeah, that's something very exciting, but we'll get to that.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, we're showing off the main things that you've kind of touched on as a game designer. Yeah. There are lots of other, loads of other improvements across the board that you'll probably get them fully released in the patch notes. We'll do another little sneak on Friday, I think, and I'll let it from the dev team. But otherwise, yeah, that's how far we got to go for this first scene.
It's got a bit lost. Distracted, but
you got lost in your own world.
Yeah.
The thing is, it is distracting though, isn't it? When you're talking to someone and trying to,
I think up here, there we have a really nice thing that we have added. Also, there are gameplay for all of the scenes, so there are going to be machines and loot and things. So it's not just storytelling.
It's not just visual storytelling. Yeah.
So here, for instance, we have a seeker, and this we actually didn't have at all on the starting island before. So we wanted also to show more enemy variety early on in the game. This is actually a pretty hard.
I was about to say, this is already quite a challenge for the first island area, having that many runners.
And the reason why this one is a bit harder is because it's kind of off the main mission path, and we wanted to give players that explore a bit more of a challenge. And I'm gonna hide the screen.
Oh! That was some impeccable timing there.
I should have equipped my health packs because this is not going well. Actually, down here I think we have another scene, but yeah.
Nice.
See if we can survive this. I don't think so.
He gonna die. Come on, BCA Trek. Have some faith. Have some faith.
Yeah. If I were a bit of smarter player, I would have looted more before I went.
Before you went, but we're obviously doing the the walkthrough. Even smarter still, we could have played it in the actual dev build with our dev settings on.
Yeah, so always go for the fuel tank. That's
May update release dates. We haven't announced the release date yet. It's going to be before the end of the month. Looking at next week as of now. Can we turn off the warning robot indicator bar? The indicator.
The stealth.
Yes,
indicator.
Precisely. Yeah.
Not with this patch, but it's something that's on our to-do list.
That's something that I have fed back a while ago. And as I've told folks in the past, turning feedback into changes can take some time, more time in some cases than others, but it's nice to know you already have that on the go.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that a lot of people want that option, so it's...
I mean, some people love jump scares, some people hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm in team love them.
Yeah, it makes for good streams as well.
Yes, it does. Why generation slow motion for me? Are you playing on console, Ruben? We've had some reports of that in the past, which we've been investigating. So we are on that.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah. So
Oh wow!
our
Someone's grill fest got ruined.
exactly. There is a little story in every scene, and our wall designers and narrative designers have been working a lot of.
That's
trying
awesome.
to
I would love to be hanging out at that camp.
Yeah, like
Smur.
smør, butter.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think you could enter tents before as well, so that might be a new thing.
Yeah. I've never seen interiors before, so.
Yeah. So this obviously there were. I'm just speculating here. Probably some people out camping when things went down. So
Yes.
because there are blood here and.
Oh wow,
stuff,
there are the
so
handprints and things as well.
Let's see if no med packs. That was sad.
We are checking the Facebook comments, Dylan. We're checking all of the comments. It's never expected we be able to answer every single comment we get during a stream. We have 4 different chat channels we're reading, so apologies for that. We do try and get as many as we can.
Okay. Yeah, so it pays to look around.
Yeah.
I definitely need med packs.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so maybe we should go down and.
That was a super cozy campsite. I want to go there for the weekend now.
And actually, I think if we were to explore this part here, we might find some more like clues to these people.
Aha, okay. So you can almost follow the storyline of these campers as you go along.
Yeah, I think there are several things in that part, but let's leave that as something for players to explore.
Yes.
So I'm gonna head down here because I saw something down here that is also new.
Oh, I see flames.
Yeah, there's
so cozy if you rule out the machines trying to kill you. And yes, you could always enter some tents, but we never had those interiors before.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be easier at least to enter them now. So. Yeah, so here's another one. Kind of typical thing that happens when machines attack. You get a lot of traffic accidents.
Yeah. So it looks like the truck's been
they were
attacked basically, and then the police have come to react and haven't done a very good job.
Yeah, exactly. This is not going well.
So we actually have some of the military machines down here as well.
Yeah. So previously the first island only had the prototype runners.
The yellow ones, yeah.
But now you will find, I think, all 3 classes.
All 3, okay.
But some are more rare, like the C class with the missile launcher. It's not very common.
Yep. Are we expecting any big changes in the game? Fence, there's going to be lots of changes coming over the whole time. I mean, we have lots of ideas for larger changes. This in itself is going to be kind of quite a big iterative change in the feeling, I think. Just we're looking at them on an individual basis right now, but if you were to take on a new playthrough, you're going to have so many more things which you can interact with, and it all helps to build the world around you. So I think it's not like one standout feature. It's more about how it all cumulatively adds up to, making the whole world feel that more rich, I guess.
Yeah. But I definitely recommend that you go and explore the first island to see. Oh, there you go.
Ripperoonie.
To see some new things, and so the first island basically that we're referring to is this island here.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things also we have seen is that players not always follow the main path of the story. So we have people exploring in all directions. And we wanted to reward those players as well. So now if you go, if you start here and head where I am, which is completely this wrong direction in the story, you will still find...
You'll still find something interesting to
exactly.
see. Yes. So you're saying you need to start a new character to experience these changes? AA, you can free roam across the island as you like. You're welcome to come back and explore.
The changes are not tied to missions, so you can go there at any time, even if you have completed the missions. Oh, this one.
This one on Krieg, comma. Fun fact: I actually had well, we had, I presume, because you live in Stockholm too.
Yeah.
We had one of those handbooks come through the mail 2 or 3
yeah.
months ago. Like citizenship readiness guide, basically. You know, if war should come, this is how you should react.
Yeah.
So we've actually already started our supplies. We've got like 60 liters of water in our cupboards just in case.
Yeah, it's time to prepare.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen. Okay.
When will we get map expansion? Those are some big letters there, I'd for us. I already finished the game. I want more. So we're very aware that you folks want more. Right now, the focus is polishing and improving what there is here, isn't there? I think.
Yeah. We also we have a huge world, as you know.
Yes. So.
So I mean, yeah, this is just the first island, and we want to focus a bit. First on trying to fill the world we have before we start expanding it.
Yes, I mean,
stuff.
if you were to think about this kind of game though, and the expansions that you could possibly do in the future, then yeah, logically new areas could be something we might be able to visit in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are so many things we could add as well, like when it comes to more parts of Scandinavia and things like that.
Are there any plans for the buildings that players can't enter / open yet? I don't know if we have any direct ones right now, but we've added new sort of tent models and things like that, so who knows, maybe it could be that we decide to open up things like the Kunsam, things like that.
Yeah, I would love to be able to explore
inside the shops.
In the shops and things, so who knows? It's we'll see what happens.
Yes. Were there no ads on this game? That's a good question. So we'll put Coca-Cola ads over everything now, just for you, Gunther.
Yeah.
Is there any new improvements in machine AI? Is there anything in the May update, or is that bigger changes coming in June? I know we've been hard at work doing them.
We are working on a lot of AI improvements. I think there are some in this update.
Okay.
But we have done so many things that.
I mean, it's a big task. There's so much we can do with AI.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the kind of thing where you're probably going to see improvements every month.
Exactly. It's going to be an ongoing thing because the enemies are one of the biggest parts of the game. Like we always want to improve them.
Bit and Water wants Bep Cola ads. Landscape is awesome, don't touch it. The landscape, I think the core landscape we're pretty happy with. It's more about putting things in the landscape.
Yeah. So, one thing that we have is really nice nature, but we want more things that you can find if you walk out in the forest and things. Like this. This is another new thing, which is actually if you start getting more into what the missions are actually about and all the missions items, you could probably read some more into this.
You could read into more using the knowledge. I mean, that's the important thing about Generation Zero. I mean, a lot of it is subtleties. You know, you'll hear about story, and then if you were to take into account the story that you've read further on in the missions, then you're saying you could probably almost understand what this car was and who was driving it and what they were up to.
So our narrative designer was involved in when we designed this, so he's trying to tie them together, so there is a bigger narrative.
That's really cool. Eric Johansson, really enjoyed the survey that you put out. Yeah, we really enjoyed reading for your responses as well. Particularly Björn. I mean, that's going to be super useful for you deciding, where we go in the future with what we want to do with the game.
Definitely love to hear what people want and dream about, basically.
So in case anyone's come in late, this is actually Björn, our lead game designer that I'm sat with today. So if you wonder who this is sat next to me. So we've talked about, obviously, these kind of micro events, let's call them, around the world, the scenes. What about sort of existing locations, inside houses, that kind of thing? I know we've had some feedback about making those feel a little bit more exciting in some cases.
We might be able to, if we find a house later on here, but we added some stuff to the houses. One of the things, which is going to be pretty major, actually, is that the loot is no longer respawning when you respawn. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to move around a bit more.
So as before, you could basically, restart, die, fast travel stuff, and it would
Yeah,
prompt the
exactly.
loot to respawn.
If you wanted to, you could kind of game the system.
So now you can't just farm the same place
Yeah.
over and over. Yeah.
And it's also, we hope that it adds to immersion, that things doesn't just pop back when you...
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. What about in terms of enemies and that kind of thing inside buildings? I think.
Yeah, we have added a bit of a surprise that can happen in some buildings. So
how much of a surprise is a surprise? Is it a surprise as we're not going to tell them now, or is it a surprise as in they're going to get surprised when it happens?
I don't know.
Maybe we'll leave that one quiet.
Yeah.
So yeah, buildings will be more exciting in some cases.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be fun for people to.
Yeah. Every
run
10th
into
house
that.
has been rigged to spontaneously explode when you
Yeah,
walk
exactly.
inside it. So
Kind of. But it's also a random thing, so it can happen even if you've been to a house before. It can surprise you.
As the updates come out, will there be a huge update? Will there be reasonable as they come out? Well, we've always aimed to do monthly updates. In terms of the way game development works, a larger feature can take multiple months to actually make. So it might be that 1 month you're going to get a massive feature, which has been the product of several months of work. Otherwise, though, you can always expect improvements to land every month of some description. Beacons are very mysterious at present. It'd be fun to see them included in the world story-wise. Those ticks. It's going to kill you!
Yeah, so this is something that my fellow designers like to add to these world locations.
Ticks.
Yeah, and now I'm out of ammo.
Now about ammo.
So,
that's the
You're
nice thing about
lucky.
ticks, though. You can't just wait for them
yeah,
to
exactly. If you're
run out of gas.
so yeah,
Melee would be super cool. At that point, yes, melee would have been...
definitely. I would have loved to have that at that point.
yes.
But,
Just hoping the ammo gods are kind to you.
but if you're really into that, you should do the survey and make a tick on that option.
Yes. Should get a sling in game to throw rocks at it. Yeah, slingshot. New meta, just wait for machines to run out of fuel.
Yeah, it's only ticks though, so you're not gonna be lucky if you try to wait a hunter out or something.
When will windowed full screen come to the game?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
That's something we can pass on as feedback, I guess.
exactly.
Yeah. Yay, bullets.
Oh yeah, so this is
Oh wow,
a
yeah.
nice little scene that
Oh jeez.
our designers have had a fun time with.
Yeah.
And also they used the police corps to tell a story about, as you can see there's a car over here.
Yeah.
So he probably went to investigate the accident and then something bad happened.
I mean, these are the kind of things it pays to just not like blitz through the world, like look around you, absorb it, see what's going on, and you will be rewarded with this kind of information, let's say.
I hope that people will take some time to immerse themselves in the story.
Yes. When do I go to the survey? AA, you've missed the survey now. It's now been closed. We had it open for 2 weeks. We did post about it twice on all of our social media, newsletter, on our Steam Hub forums, Xbox Social Club, that kind of thing. So sorry if you missed it. There will be some more in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We love to hear what people want and what they think we should improve and things like that.
Yes. Has the recoilless rifle and the 50 caliber rifle been improved in the May update? I don't believe there's been changes in the May update, but it's something that we've fed back on. Maybe
we know about the feedback on it.
Yeah.
But, we haven't.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I've already covered this, but have you figured out what's causing the FPS drop on Xbox? That would be something we'd want to ask one of the coders rather than Björn as a game designer, but it's definitely something I have passed forward to the team. So it's something we're looking at is performance on both consoles, actually. In some cases, even on PCs for lower spec PCs. So,
do we?
You got any skills yet?
Oh yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there. Actually, seems to be
no, you haven't.
Pretty bad at
no,
this
you
game.
need to kill more stuff.
Yeah.
But we've done a little bit of a revamp, even further still from what we did on the last update. We did some revamps in this update. We now have some nice shiny icons and things in there.
Yeah.
So they're pretty. It's nice visual representation of what each thing does in some respect.
Yeah, it should be a bit more clear, and you have a picture as well now, so you can kind of get a better idea of what.
Oh,
what
nice
things
one
do.
for each individual one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty. That's nice.
Uh,
Looks nice, says Toasted and Blazed. Why, thank you, Toasted.
so we're always looking to improve like things like this. So if you have any feedback on other things, like user experience things you want to
We
improve.
have a hunter ahead.
Yeah,
You
so
have about 20 bullets.
yeah, so I'm probably not. Okay, I'm probably gonna die. So yeah, hunters were not present on the first island before.
No.
There are not a lot of them, but there are some, and that's why, because we want to show the variety of the machines early on in the game.
I mean, something we kind of noticed, it was this early period where people, it just had the runners before. There were not these smaller scenes, so people kind of thought, well, you know, is this it? And they never made it to the main island, never saw all the other cool machines and stuff. So this is our way of kind of making this first island feel a bit more exciting for people.
Yeah, and I think we kind of underestimated how long people would spend on the first island, and it was a lot longer than we expected.
Okay, so
and now you should have a better time spending more.
So if you do take it slowly,
yeah, exactly. If you take it slow, you should encounter more interesting things.
Are forums the best for fanfiction or fan art? Yes, James, please do. I'd love to see some more fanfic and fan arts. I mean, fanfic, this is probably a great basis for people who like to write. Yes. What have you taken away from the survey? Biggest issues / most requested features? Shadow Strider, we'll probably circle back around to you on that one. We're still in the process of actually kind of digging through all that data at the moment. I only closed it Monday, actually. So we'll get back to you on that. But we will say that it's been really great to see the information coming in. Why is there no prone? We had prone in the beta, but it wasn't really behaving as well as we would have liked. So we've commented on this before. It's something that could potentially return.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was a case of when we ran our beta, prone was just not performing as we would have wished, let's say. So we cut it out then. Any new endgame content added? Again, the focus for this month's update has been mostly about new player experience and fleshing out the world. These are kind of going to cascade on to affecting the whole world as we continue to do post-launch development.
Yeah.
You don't have any goodies that you can use on these? No explosives? Or no, it's slim pickings.
I have some flares, but I think the problem is I'm going to run out of ammo.
Yes. I mean, obviously, we're just flying from point of interest to point of interest.
Yeah.
Normally, you would have looted some buildings.
Exactly.
And you'd have something to fight with.
Well, I'm trying to sneak past them because that's also a valid thing to do.
Certainly is.
Yeah, this is bad. I think they're
will you all add more 80s music? We know the music's been very popular for Generation Zero, so I don't think I have any immediate plans. We obviously have the soundtrack in place for the areas that we have, but who knows? Beautiful game. I'd love to see an update to fix a moonlight strobe light effect on the trees. I don't like to play Endgame during night because of it. I haven't actually seen that report before, Pretzels, but I can definitely note that down and get it looked at. What does Björn think about the possibility to respec your character?
I think that's a very interesting suggestion. Yeah.
I mean, up until now, our idea with like how we handled that was the idea you should be able to create multiple characters in each one, and that's the reason why the mission saves are the same for all your characters. Is we thought that we'd handle it that way, so you can have a different character would have a different like build or whatever.
Yeah.
But feedback is that people would like to do everything on one for the most part.
So that's definitely something we might look into, especially if more people request it. So, yeah, if you want things in the game, please get on the forums and things and suggest it.
Yes. Will starvation and dehydration ever be a thing in the game? Like some more survival style genre mechanics in general?
I don't know. That's also if a lot of players want it, we might look into it. But
that's quite a polarizing one as well. Some people love the idea, some people hate the idea. So maybe a new game mode.
Yeah,
perhaps,
exactly.
Like hardcore mode. Or
it would definitely not be added to the main game.
So if you were to do it, it would be optional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
that makes a lot of sense.
We know that it's a thing that some players want and some don't. So.
Storage, we understand that that's a big request for you folks, and it's also actually surprisingly quite a big feature to implement. So we hear you loud and clear on that, but it's not going to be coming this month, put it this way.
Yeah. Oh, here's something.
Is there a chance that one day we can pet ticks? No immediate plans on tick petting.
Well, I mean, you can get your own friendly ticks if you have that skill.
Yes, you can, yes.
So, yeah, you can kind of have it as a pet.
How about an easier way to start from scratch instead of deleting character data? I mean, that one's definitely something that we've taken feedback on.
Yeah, that's another one that we noted the feedback.
Yeah. Desperately trying to hide here.
Yeah, there is a scene in here. I mean, as you saw, there are some lights and things.
Yep.
But I wanted to show a thing that I think is really cool without dying before I get there. So we'll see if I can.
Next time I'll prepare you a character with bags full of loot so you can. Yeah.
And I don't know if we're gonna find it because it's.
Joe Craig says, "I'm so sad this game is only rated as mixed on Steam." Well, I mean, this is what we're trying to change here. You know, the fact our game is mixed is because people are giving us feedback saying they don't like certain things, and we're actually reacting to this feedback with the changes that we've been showing so far to, you know, help fight against this negativity and
definitely
use it as suggestions. You know, it's fuel for us making the game better. So
that's. A lot of the things we added is based on feedback. So.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to be more like that.
Yes, I mean, we've said all along that we massively value community feedback, and it's highly impacting the route that we're going now and the things that we're doing. And particularly, as we said, this whole sort of small sort of mini revamp of the starting island is directly to feedback where people said they felt that the world was empty and there wasn't much to see and do. So, yes.
Yeah. So, if
are you aware that there's many places you get stuck? Yes, Snoofy. New ones are popping up all the time. Oh, I love the lanterns.
Yeah, I wonder what.
It's like Kristi Himmelstag or something.
I really love this. Oh, here we go. But it wasn't the one I was looking for, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they've kind of just had a little rough camp.
Yeah, another new thing you can explore.
What are they drinking? Shock. Yeah. Is that like Volt Cola, but not?
I'm guessing it's like Jolt or something. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a kind of nice touch with the lamps. That you can find this location.
Mm-hmm. I have a bug in one of the bunkers with the power. Will this be fixed in the update? We've done a lot of various fixes are coming out. I mean, at the moment with Björn here as a game designer, we're more showing you game design related changes. In terms of bug fixing, yes, there's going to be a whole bunch of bug fixes and improvements. Things like bunkers, mission issues, definitely there's going to be a lot of improvements towards those coming out in the May update. So.
Yeah.
How about Melee, Gaten? We've taken that as a suggestion, definitely. There's not going to be Melee added this month, but it's certainly something that we understand that you folks have fed back on. So we'll see what the future brings.
Whoa, okay. I was not prepared for this.
Oh, it was powered down and then it wasn't. Yeah.
I think this might actually be a simulation thing, or I'm not sure. Maybe
a simulation thing.
Yeah. So not everything in this game is hand placed. So here, that's what I was looking for. But now I'm gonna die.
So this is a random occurrence, basically.
I think it might be. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, so this is not going to end well.
That's kind of one of the things I love about this game is that the simulation. Like you don't really know what you're gonna run into. So
yes. So even the game designer gets surprised now and then. These weekly videos and Q&A sessions are already far more than most studios do. I wish others would interact with fans and customers as well like this. Thanks for doing these. You're most welcome, and thank you for coming along and giving us your feedback. It's a great relationship for both of us. Well, both of us, as in fans and game studio.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So about the simulation, we also updated that part of the first island. So there are more enemies roaming around.
So more spontaneous things
Yeah,
can happen, basically.
higher density and also different types. So, of course, I think there's only maybe one group of hunters, and I happen to run into them.
Yeah. Typical.
Yeah. But there are also more other types, like seekers and runners. And even if you clear out all these nice story locations, there's still going to be enemies roaming around in this area. So
you can still get surprised.
Yeah.
Have you or will you ever add the option to tap to interact rather than hold square to open the doors? Is there a game design decision behind us having to sort of hold to open doors and that kind of thing?
Yeah, there is definitely, especially when you're playing with the gamepad. There are some reasons why that's a good thing, so that you don't do unintended actions, basically.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, that might be possible.
Maybe as a toggleable option again, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the biggest changes in the May update? Again, it's hard to... I mean, this is obviously one of the bigger ones. Changing the whole feeling of the first starter island in terms of these micro events and things. But otherwise, at this stage, it's more about the cumulative... I will be able to say that word by the end of the stream. Cumulative changes making the overall experience better. So it's lots of smaller to medium-sized changes that are all going to contribute to the whole.
Yeah.
I think as far as large, massive, standalone changes, we're going to be looking, in the coming months for that. Initially, these first couple of months is all about polishing what's here.
So this patch has a huge amount of bug fixes that we're not going into all of them because...
No, it would probably get very boring if I was to read the whole list. Yeah. But you will get that whole list next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
We're currently gathering the list, so we don't really have all of them in front of us.
Still work in progress. You have that many.
Yeah.
I have a note here about explosive damage.
Oh, that's one thing that's very dear to me because I'm a lot into tweaking weapons and the systems in the game. And one of the things that we had a bit of trouble with is how we deal with explosive damage. And you might have noticed that it was a bit inconsistent in some cases.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hard to tweak. But we have changed how the system works now, so I have better control over how many grenades and missiles each enemy needs before they die.
Okay.
Before it could be a bit random.
I see. So that would almost touch on the point they had earlier about the Granatgewehr not feeling quite strong enough in some cases. So that will actually effectively be a buff to that.
That's going to be a lot easier to use.
Gotcha. So right here, more consistency basically.
We also have, and it also affects other explosions.
So gas canisters, cars, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not good.
Did you get stuck?
I think so.
Well, that's going to go straight to the development team. You are a bit late there, Viper. We've been going around 45 minutes, a little bit under, because you had like a 5-minute break at the start due to some tech issues.
Yeah. So and before the hand-placed explosives were a lot more powerful than the weapons, which was a bit weird.
Yes.
But that has also been tweaked.
Okay,
so
well, people are going to be really hyped for that one. I know that there's been some strong feedback, so...
Yep, basically all explosions in the game have been balanced.
Cool. I'm just going to take the mics down a second. I need to fix some sound stuff. Hopefully that's better. It was saying some weird stuff on the monitor, so yeah, okay. Any chance that every towns have random machines inside houses to ambush you? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I suggest you explore.
Yes. Is the inventory swap system being improved? Gaten, inventory changes are definitely something we had a lot of feedback about, but again, as I mentioned earlier on, it's actually a bigger thing to fix than you would initially think. So it takes quite a lot of work to do something like that, and it's definitely something we have our eye on.
Yeah, definitely.
Are the magical rocks of power being fixed? The floaty ones. We're always kind of squishing those where we see them, really.
Yeah, And then there are other that we find kind of entertaining. So we're like the magic bush that makes you fly away.
Okay.
We're-
People are going to be asking about direct location of that now.
Yeah, we haven't really decided if we think it's a feature or a bug, but
Okay, gotcha. This is a good question. Will you change stat cards to contain actual numbers so you can more accurately compare different weapons? I've seen that a couple of times. People mention like weapon stat screen, that kind of thing, so you get a better.
yeah, we have a lot of ideas about how to improve the UI. So it's a matter of priority and developer time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that, as I tend to mention in all of our streams, be it for the Hunter games or this one, you can almost think of a dev team like the emergency room of a hospital. You're triaging things, which is the most important thing for us to do now, which can have the greatest effect for, improving the overall experience. So.
Yeah, exactly.
That's new. The backpack hanging off the cover.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really cool thing. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so I don't know how we're with time. We have one major feature that we haven't.
Actually, we do have this one. Was this one in this week?
Yes. Let's see. We done some improvements to experience from killing machines, and we're continuing to look into even more improvements. But this one was related to how you kill them, and
well, you got a lot more experience there. Just
yeah.
looking at that compared to you did for the current version that's live right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in some cases you got less XP than you were supposed to, and it should be less of that now.
Yeah.
But there are we're continuing to look into more improvements as well.
Cool. Have you ever thought about adding a bounty system to the game? So maybe like a daily and weekly bounty that has you kill X amount of runners, and the rewards could be XP or supplies. That would make leveling up other characters a lot easier as they all share the same world. That would be pretty neat. I mean, I think we've thrown around that idea in one shape or another in the past. Haven't we? Some kind of, rotating event system.
Yeah, definitely. Something that we want to look into at some point is adding more things to do when you complete the main story.
Yeah.
And that could be such a thing.
Safe house locker, yes, Angel. We've covered stash, storage, that kind of thing a few times in the stream, and we often do in every other one as well. We know it's a massive point of feedback from you all, so it's definitely something we're working on, but it takes some time to do it. So in my first gas bunker, I died whilst wearing the mask. My friend not wearing one and simply using the perk survived and could stay in there forever. What's the dealio with that? We had issues with the gas mask, didn't we?
Yeah, I've seen reports about that, but we haven't been able to reproduce that problem.
I see. So we're having issues reproducing it in-house to confirm.
We don't really know
what the cause is.
Exactly. But if we get more information, we should be able to.
Great. Well, I can definitely try and gather more about that then. So with that ammo not respawning anymore, will there be difficulty adjustments for solo play? Right now you fight solo the same amount of bots as 4 players. So it's not, as I understand it, going to be permanently out of the equation. It's just not going to reset every time you spawn.
That's something we need to make clear. Things that are in loot boxes, or maybe we shouldn't call them that, I don't know, containers.
Containers, yeah. Loot boxes had bad connotations nowadays.
Yeah. So those will respawn, but there is a timer on it. So it's going to be a couple of hours of in-game play time.
Okay, so it prompts you that you're not going to farm the same place in the same session.
Exactly. So, but the world is huge, so you should be able to not have to go back to the same place until it has respawned, basically.
Cool. Good stuff. You still in the fight here, aren't you? I can hear the music.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I think there's one left somewhere. Let's see.
Sneaky runner.
Yeah.
What do robots do in the sawmill? Firewood guard? This is not a strategic military facility. They're waiting for people like us to turn up. I mean, these machines aren't necessarily assaulting military facilities. They're assaulting anything that's human. Anywhere where there could be signs of life.
I mean, we don't really know if they also attack animals, because,
yeah.
You don't find that many in the game, so...
Yes.
Might be. That's something for our narrative designer to explain.
I'd like to know more about the scientist in his lab. I feel the Endgame mission was a little anticlimactic. I won't go into details out on stream because it's a bit spoilery, but definitely thanks for the feedback. We can pass it on. I've heard other people though said that they loved the ending and the story, and they were really. So yeah, I guess that's a matter of opinion in some cases, but your opinion definitely does count. I can pass it on. Right, let's see if we can find you a calm spot, and then we can show this.
Yeah, I was planning to run away.
Yes. Strategically withdraw, I believe the phrase is. Yes.
We're not.
Oh, a big one as well is the multiplayer fix that we've done this month.
Yeah.
Now when you set your game to invite only, it will stay invite only, so you won't get random people joining your game if you don't want to. That's a fix. And also, you've been sprinting a long time, and you don't have thudding going on in your ears, do you?
That's beautiful.
Yes, we took that feedback. Of course, we added that last patch, the sound effects for the heartbeat and things, and we've adjusted that a lot now, so you won't sound like you're about to have your heart explode all the time.
Exactly. We improved the stamina of the character.
Okay.
You can say, maybe.
Escaped combat. So there's still something nearby, but looks things.
Okay.
I think we should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, running away is a valid tactic.
It definitely is, yes.
It's not like, it's more of a tactical game, so
yeah.
it's not, you're not meant
it's
to.
It's not meant to be Quake.
Exactly.
So, yeah. What about a server browser and not this matchmaking? Server browser would be pretty great, actually. So you could see friends groups and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good feedback. How about we...
okay, so I don't know. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, we're in a pretty spot here. Why don't we take a picture?
Yeah.
So this is a feature that we kind of had ready to go at launch. So it didn't quite make it to launch, but a lot of work was done. So we just had to finish it up, which is why you're seeing it now. And it's the photo mode.
Yeah. So you probably know about the emotes, but now we added this option as well.
Yep.
But there are actually two ways to trigger this. There's also it's also in the menu. So depending on what you prefer, you can.
I'm guessing most folks want to use the contextual wheel. It's nice and quick.
Yeah, that's the idea. But both of them will bring you to the same system basically. And this is the photo mode.
So that'll strip all the UI out basically.
Yeah, and you can. There are a lot of settings where you can try to make your perfect picture.
So you can add the blur for depth of field. Wow.
I don't even know what all this means.
So photographers in there would be quite excited by this because myself being a photographer, I get what all this is.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's a very, very deep amount of things you can tweak for a in-game photo mode.
Some noise, but I think this is the one that most people will understand immediately. It's basically your filters.
Yeah.
And you can try to make your own classic Sweden in the early days pictures.
1920 Sweden.
Yeah. So this one is kind of nice because it kind of looks like a photo from the 80s.
Yeah, so it's like washed out, kind of bloomy stuff going on. Yeah.
And once you're ready to take a photo, you can just press a key, and then you use your whatever platform you're on, the screen.
To confirm it, basically. Yeah.
The capture feature. So we wanted to make it easier for people to take nice pictures. Basically.
Nice. And again, this was a feature that was pretty much ready to go for launch, but didn't quite make it. So we just finished it up, and that's going to be coming out to you in the May updates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can do something nicer over here.
Let's see what we can see. Can you do selfies? I don't think selfies were a thing so much in the 80s, were they?
Yeah, maybe not. I think you might.
There would be immersion breaking.
I don't know, maybe. No. Wait, do we have any?
We don't have any of the third person
We don't have
ones,
any dance things.
No. Do we have any? Do we pick any?
You could see.
Emotes.
Emotes. And
I think the horns one is.
Do you know any good ones?
I think the horns is third person. I might be wrong.
The horns.
Just going off memory here, so we can check that out.
So if you go into photo mode,
it's awesome.
You might have. I don't know. Maybe it works. Yeah. Okay. so yeah, you can take selfies almost. I think you can. Yeah, you can take selfies actually.
Yeah, just spin it around and.
There you go. That's an
That's
actual
super cool.
selfie.
Nice. I have no idea what ML is meant to be. IL619. Sorry, buddy. If you unabbreviate it, I'll be able to comment. And again, this isn't like we've been doing photo mode instead of something else, like some of you were saying in chat. This is something that was a feature that was pretty much ready to go on launch, but we just had to do some polish to put it in there, and it's just now that it's appeared. So yeah. And I think folks can have a lot of fun with this. I'm going to do some competitions around this. I got some nice T-shirts, which I think this will be a great way of getting them out to you. And so many cool filters.
Yeah. Yep.
Alternate world where Instagram was in the 80s. Instagram wasn't, but Polaroid certainly was.
This is like how you greet the machines, basically.
Yeah. I could see you aggro machines, pull the pose, hit photo mode. I guess it pauses when you're in photo mode. Or
no, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. So no,
I wouldn't recommend.
You have to do it very fast.
we don't pause the game because we want it to be very multiplayer friendly.
Toasted, they're most certainly not your T-shirt designs, buddy. That's an in-joke. Will the update fix achievements and the glitch missions? I mean, there's loads of stuff that we haven't even touched on today.
Yeah.
Today has been more about showing the things that you sort of see, which will be new to see. As far as things that were broken that should work, it's hard to sort of show that off on a stream. You'll see the full list when I do the patch notes. They will be coming out to you. And yes, we were aware of achievements and trophies and that kind of thing. So, yeah, fix the game, says Sons of Otis. That's exactly what we're doing, buddy. That's what this whole stream has been about.
Yeah, that's our top priority.
Yeah, exactly. We have a whole team of people who are doing just that. So
yeah. Oh no.
Righty. I guess that wraps us up, though. We're at 5 o'clock, so thank you so much, Björn, for coming and showing us. I look forward to seeing what people's thoughts are when this is live. Yeah. Thanks for the shout-out, Toasted. Just reading the chat here. So, yeah, I'll be digging into the patch notes tomorrow, so I'll probably try and give you a little sneak peek at some things on Friday as well in our letter from the dev team. And then otherwise, we're going to see you next week again and show some more exciting stuff. But keep an eye on social media. I will be doing a competition for photo mode once it's out, so it's worth following us everywhere if you haven't done so already. And as always, thank you so much for coming. So, yeah, thank you, Björn.
Yeah,
thank
you. It was really fun.
See you all next time.
See you.
Bye.